Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Petite Coding. Hey guys, so last time we were just what we didn't do here was committed, and we finished the algorithm for the tests right now, and we need something else. But before doing anything else, I'm going to commit this. So I'm going to put to remote, and I'm going to say finished up all time zones for emblem calculator. Okay, commit to files and push. I'm going to wait for this to be pushed, and that's it for now. I want to have the emblem date calculator, the production code here on the right, and the other thing on the left. Okay, so now what I want to do is something that's for the app that you saw before, is that you get the date. For example, we're on October 18th, and I want to know when is the next support date. So the next support date will be on that 21st, right? Since it's the next one. And then depending on the date that we want to know when is the next emblem date for the date I choose. Okay. So I think with coding you'll see what I mean with this. So let's just start with adding a new test here. Yeah, I want the production code here, and I want the test here. So I'm going to create a new file, and this is a Swift file. I can do a unit test case class, yeah, and I'm going to say next emblem date calculator use case. Okay, so this will be our use cases. Create, and I'm just going to erase all of this here, all of these comments, and that's it. So let's start with the test. Okay, so func test um, when date is October 18, 2019, and we want to say when is next support date, then it returns. So remember our other test, right? So if we're on October 18th and we want to know the next support date, that next support date will be October 21st. Okay, return October 21st returns October 21st, 2019. Okay, so that's what we want right now. So what we really want now is a new SUT. So that SUT equals this is an emblem data. I think I can put it in the same one, right? And I don't have this because we need to import it, emblem date calculator, as the other thing we did before. Emblem date calculator, Command U. Okay, so now it's working. So every time a test fails, it's a failure test. And let's continue with it. Okay, so SUT get next available date. So this will always say the current date, but we need to test the current date. So I'm assuming the current date right now is October 18th. So for current current date. Okay. So I need a current date now. Current date. And I think I can use this, my get date for day and all stuff. So I can say for day 18th, the month is 10. I think I can use only this get date, since this get date will be my base date. Get date is my base date, October 18 at 3 a.m. So I'll do that. Okay, and then let emblem. I need to know which emblem I'm returning. So this is all part of the arrange, just for you to see. So I need to know which emblem I'm looking for. So I'm looking for the emblem that support. Okay, so I'm looking for the emblem that I'm looking for. Emblem to be calculated. And then the expected date emblem. So my expected date emblem now should be this one, and I should say for day, the day should be 21, the month is 10, the year is 2019. I don't think we need to get into the, I'll just put the hour and all that since it was optional. The ones that are for default, and also the time zone will be the default one. So I'm arranging this now. So I know for a fact that if I'm on October 18th and I want to get the emblem support, okay, the date should return that expected emblem. Okay, so now I'm going to go through the act from the test-driven development. Since I already have all this tested on the other side, on the other tests, so this doesn't matter, this is going to work, but I need to do a test for this new function. So this is a new function I'm going to do. So a result date, result emblem date, okay. So my result emblem date is going to be equal to SUT dot get next available date for my current date, okay, current date, for my expected date emblem. So I'm just passing my current date and my expected date emblem, and I should get this expected, and I should get my result emblem date. Now this is not working because has no member get next available dates. Okay, so I need to do this public func get next available date for current date. This is a date, okay, for current date, and an emblem, which is an emblem, and I should return a date. And for now, I'm just going to, okay, I need a return statement, so I'm going to return the current date. And now, get next available date. I should get next. Why it's not working? SUT, I'm in the emblem data. Get next available. Okay, SUT, why it's not working? Get next available date? I just wrote it. Get next available date. But I just wrote it, why it's not working? SUT dot get next. Okay, here it is. I don't know why it didn't, maybe it didn't just compile or something like that. But for date, I'm going to put the current date. And emblem, I think I should be more specific. Get next available date for, I think should be for emblem in. I think this should be, okay. So emblem, let's just get with this and I'll refactor it, okay? With expected emblem. Expected, not date emblem, but emblem to be calculated. Okay. So now I have it. Command U. Okay, so the tests are passing, and now I need to assert. So this is the assert part. Assert equals, so I need to assert that the result emblem date, I think I have an equals here. CT assert equal. Okay, so I want that the expected date emblem is equal to the result emblem date. Okay, command U, and this should fail. And it does fail, and it's failing because the current date today, May 10, 50, and it's not equal to this one, this 2019. Okay. I think I need to put the time zone. Let's just see how this is going to work, because I think I'm getting everything here and I want the time zone. In time zone, the time zone should be, okay, let's just see what's going on here. So it's not the same. 2019 10 21 at 8 is not the same thing as this. So what I have to do is just return. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay, so for day 21 and month 10 and month 10, I'm sorry, and year 2019. And just like this, command U. And year, okay, year, I messed this up, 2019. Hour, and I'm gonna put in 2019. Just like this, for day and month and year. Okay, command U. And it's succeeding. Okay, so my date, so now it's succeeding because it's getting where I want it to be, right? Now if I choose a different date, okay, if I choose a different date, this will also work because I'm returning the same date. But let's say now if we're in support and I want, okay, there's two ways we can do this. Okay, so we can check the next emblem or the next date for support. I think we should go with the next emblem. So let me just copy this. Okay. And when date is October 18, 2019, when is next support date returns, when is next, not support date, but I want the next one there. Let me see what is the next one. The support. So this is fighter, support, marksman. Okay, so the next one should be, what is next marksman date? When is next, not support, but marksman. Marksman date returns October, and this should be 24, okay? This should be October 24, 2019. Okay, so I'm actually doing exactly the same thing here. Marksman, okay? Then getting the date 24, and month 10, and year 2019. Get next a little late for the current date. An emblem calculated date, that's exactly the same thing. And I want this, okay, so Command U, and this should fail. Okay, so you see this test is passing and this test is failing. Why? Because I'm returning the other dates. I'm already returning 21, okay? Now, the easiest way to make this pass is, saying this: if emblem, if the emblem I'm calculating is the support emblem, then I'm going to return this, right? Else, return this date. Command U, and it's passing. So you can see now the support date and the marksman date is working now when it's October 18th, right? And I think we should do this for all the dates, and we need to refactor some things first. But before doing that, I'll just commit this. So I'm going to commit this and saying started the use case algorithm to calculate future emblems based on a date. Calculate future emblems date based on a date. Commit 3000 push. Okay, so I want to refactor this because first of all, for current date, get next available date for current date, I don't like that. I think it's better to say for emblem. So I'm just going to switch those statements for emblem in current date, date, and I'm returning a date. So this should just change everything, mess things up a bit. So get for emblem to be calculated in current date. Yes, and this is the same thing here. Command U. Okay, so I think this reads better. Get next available date for emblem in current date. And I do Command U, and all the tests are passing, so I'm going to commit this. So I'm going to say refactor production code so that the function reads clear. Commit 2000 push. Okay, so now what I need to do is, I'm seeing some duplicated code on the tests also, so I think we should refactor that. So what I think of the last video is that this video is going to be too long to get it all through. So we already did the first part, that is getting the use cases for the algorithm to get working. And that's a very great step. And the next steps we need to do is refactor the test. As you can see, the tests are being duplicated code and that stuff. So you're gonna see that in the next video. So just not to fulfill your head with everything. This is just a part one for this use case. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Next time we'll finish this up. Okay, that sounds